My name is Patricia Gregoire. I put Eli in because I am from the Eli family in West Bank here. But my grandparents were Antoine Eli and Mary Eli. Mary Eli, my grandma was from the Penticton area. And Antoine lived right here on the West Bank. And on my mother's side, I'm from the Antoine family in Vernon. Jimmy Antoine and Mary Louise Parker was my grandmother on my mother's side. For me, working in the school district, at Kelowna School District, I worked for 16 years with students. And all the history in the textbooks, there was nothing about Okanagan people, you know, nothing about the central areas. And so whenever we had social studies classes, we were doing stuff from the coast. We were doing art and gathering information from the prairies and mostly the coast. So I thought it was very important that we should have our own, you know, information in the valley, like even just the valley, the Okanagan Valley, you know, tell these kids like what did we do. And like with my family, my grandpa was a hunter. He was a farmer, and he did all those kinds of things, and he was a trapper. So, you know, I was able to see that. I was pretty young, but I was able to see that. And he had, and to be able to tell the kids, yeah, we did all of these things. We were not just sitting there doing nothing, you know. My family, my grandpa had a great big, huge grew potatoes at one time, and he grew like hay. I saw him doing hay. And then with my father, he was into a lot of things too, like haying and logging, I guess was logging. I think that's where it came to me about being out on the land, because my dad was a logger and his brother was a logger, and we used to go out into the logging camp in the summer when I was out of school. It was something that I had that feeling of being up in the mountains and being with nature, and the animals, you know, they come up to your door, and the lakes with the fish. I went fishing with one of my aunties, used to row the boat for me, and I'd do the fishing, and so all these things that, you know, our kids need to know, that, you know, that was the kind of life we lived. And I think within the school district, like, you don't see that. And when it's written down, like, I can tell stories and I can talk about it, especially with children. You can do that. But if it's written down, nowadays it's the written word that they can go to and they can read it, and over they can understand it better. And because a lot of the students that I worked with are, they're what they call urban students. They're not from around here. They come in from north, they come in from Saskatchewan and, you know, Alberta, and their lives are different than our people here. So it's good to talk about what we do here and also try to, you know, inform them, make them aware of what we do and some of their information about what their people do.